And getting into the top 5 things that you need to know in the industry right now in the security token space, we're going to start off with number 1, Coinbase. You may have remembered on the previous shows that we've been talking about some updates there regarding a lending product that they've been offering, potential yield for essentially staking with their platform, and the SEC did not like that. They actually sent out essentially a message saying that we're going to sue you if you don't drop this product, and guess what? We've got an update. They are officially going to drop it. And that actually caused some big stirs because the CEO, Brian Armstrong, actually had come out a little bit fighting off the gate there when he did receive notice from the SEC. But now it does seem that they're going to go ahead and drop their lend product, at least for the meantime.
And I found this interesting. I did a little bit of digging, and it came out that within the same time period, within the same week of Coinbase actually dropping their lend product, which was going to compete against BlockFi's product and some other platforms that are large here in the United States, they actually agreed on a government contract with the Department of Homeland Defense. So for over $1 million, the largest government contract that Coinbase has secured to date. So potentially there was some kind of thing here where they said, all right, we'll take this one, we'll drop this, and we'll kind of just sort it out that way. Who knows? But definitely interesting that those things happen in such close proximity.
Well, needless to say, let's see what this message sends for other companies who are doing something similar in the space with the SEC.
Absolutely right. And moving into number 2, we have ARCA. And ARCA has moved. They were issued their treasury bond. It was a yield fund. We covered it way back in the show where they were issuing essentially like a stable coin asset that also had a yield attached to it based off of treasury notes. And they have actually taken their issuance from TokenSoft and moved to securitize. This is a pretty big deal. As we've seen, this is not the first time this has happened.
That's right, and it's one of the hallmarks here of using blockchain technology. You can change providers, you can move blockchains. This is possible, folks. I'm sure ARCA is looking for an even better solution now over with Securitize. And moving on to number 3 here, we've got InvestaX. We've talked about them before. They've been in this space building out their platform to help create a marketplace for security tokens over in Singapore. But one of the key things that you need in order to do that is, of course, an MAS license. That's the SEC regulator equivalent over in Singapore. And they have been very friendly and pro security tokens, we should say, given that there are numerous platforms that have gone through the same process that InvestaX has now been approved to do. They're going to be in a what they call a financial sandbox, where they essentially get to test out their marketplace, test out their technology with the watchful eye of the regulator right there, with the support of the regulator right there, so that when they do a couple test offerings successfully, they can go ahead and go live with the full-on license. So congratulations to them.
InvestaX is also exciting because they also have a partner, IXSwap, which is a decentralized exchange, which will also be using this license from the MAS for InvestaX. So they're doing both a centralized and decentralized exchange all in one. Going to be fascinating to see how that develops. And staying on the note of marketplaces, Herwig, we're going to Texture Capital, based here in the United States, and they made an announcement that they have listed their first primary offering. This is a big deal. We're talking about Beezy. This is a blockchain made easy platform, and they are creating NFT issuance for athletes as their first potential vertical. And so Beezy is going to be fundraising on the Texture Capital platform as a primary offering, which will then transfer into a secondary offering once the lockups are completed.
Congratulations, Texture Capital. That's the first offering there. And of course, that's a full end-to-end solution. Once it goes from primary, it'll go to secondary. That's really great stuff. And Beezy is a cool blockchain as a service platform, enabling people to develop more blockchain applications using their technology. So that's really great stuff.
Our interview with them on our channel is coming soon. Check that out.
Of course it is. And now number 5, we do have to kind of end on a more sour note, maybe for some, but it is true that now Canadian regulators across the country, as the way that actually is structured in Canada is the various jurisdictions are broken up by different financial regulators up there, and they are all more or less in line with the same principle of regulating crypto further. They're starting to get more active. They're looking to crack down and make sure that people follow securities laws and that their investor markets are protected, which is going sign. The same thing that we're seeing here over in the US with the SEC and the new chair, Gary Gensler, looking to be very active, as we've just pointed out with Coinbase and many other examples on this show. So expect it in the coming year, folks, that there's going to be a continued focus on crypto regulation.
Seems like regulators are cyclical, and as some regulators start to crack down, others tend to follow. Seems like where we're at now. We'll keep you updated.